Hey guys, this is the Hidden Hero. I'm here today with a special guest interview with the lovely, wonderful, and amazing Iyawonderland. She's been playing Lost Relics for quite some time, and we are here to find out what her perspective is as her experience in Lost Relics and just how she is as a person.
Happy to be here.
So let's get right into the interview questions. How do you feel about that, Aya?
That's great. Yeah, let's just jump right in.
All right, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Who is Iyawonderland? Where did the name come from?
Oh my gosh. So Aya is a childhood nickname. And when I was little, my mother just kind of randomly started this little chant of Aya Paya in the Skya. And that is where my name came from.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a random, I was running on the beach in Alaska and at our property, at our fisheries up there. And she just came to her and she was just kind of said it as a little sing-song nursery rhyme. And so my original name has 11 letters in it. Oh. And I always tell people that it's a mouthful to say. And so I really liked that my nickname went down to 3 instead of 11. So because of my name, it was kind of synonymous because no one could ever say it right. My legal name, my government name, as the kids would say in the streaming world, they would always call me Alice. And that's not my name, but I love Alice in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite novels. Okay. But and so I just kind of combined the two, and there you go.
That's a very nice origin story. It's very nice, very unique. I've never heard that told in such a very nice way.
And actually, no one knows. So there you go.
Oh.
And you guys, whoever's here, heard it here first.
You heard it here first. What do you do for work?
I work in land acquisitions. I've been working with the same company for 7 years.
Okay.
And I've moved into different departments within that company. Luckily, they've been kind of like promotional moves versus lateral, so I have been moving up the ladder of management there, which is good. My specialty is in actual land acquisitions for renewable energy projects.
Silly. What is land acquisition?
Land acquisition. So essentially, I work with different renewable energy companies, and they give us areas of states that they would like to expand their projects in. And so I work directly with landowners that own, like hundreds and hundreds of acres of land.
Yeah.
And we come in and say, hey, our client wants to do a solar project or a wind project.
Okay.
And so we obtain or we acquire that land from these owners either via a lease or we move through purchase.
Okay.
So
okay.
Before I moved into this department that I am in now, I was also part of a land acquisition, just in a different way. It was through condemnation. And so I was taking property from little old ladies.
Oh, really?
Out, yeah. It was government sanctioned. So unfortunately, they couldn't say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like some serious work you got going for you there.
It was. Yeah, it was. I had to go to real estate school and get my real estate license. I can buy and sell homes in the state of New Mexico.
What is a book or movie that has had a significant impact on you and why?
Oh my gosh. Well, my easiest answer to that is, of course, Alice in Wonderland, because it's kind of been, the thing that has kind of worked in my namesake. Mm-hmm. But I think going through a childhood, I've always been I love reading. Reading is one of my escape from the real world. And I got into fantasy books, like high fantasy, from a very young age.
Oh, really?
And
wow.
Yeah, from a very, very young age. And my dad lovingly supported that. And but one of the ones that I think stuck out to me was the Aragon series from back in the day. So that was one that it really stuck out to me. But it's just more so just the high fantasy. I mean, I honestly didn't finish Harry Potter. I didn't finish the Harry Potter series.
Okay.
That's something that I got to the 3rd book. That was my favorite, and I was like, done.
So you stopped at Prisoner of Azkaban?
I stopped at Prisoner of Azkaban. I didn't go into the Goblet of Fire. I didn't go I was like, no, I'm fine. And at the time it was good because it protected me from the deaths of major characters, all of that stuff. And I was just like, I'm going to stay right here.
So a quick question: if you had to be one of the houses, which would it be?
I'm a very much Slytherin house.
You hear that,
Yeah.
folks? House of Slytherin. What are your favorite video games? Doesn't have to be, LR, but if you want it to be LR, by all means, go ahead.
So, my favorite games were ARPG games. And one of my all-time favorite games was a PS2 game called Dark Cloud 2. And I absolutely adored that game. Outside of video games, I'm a huge puzzle lover. Like the mind games, puzzle games.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Uh-huh.
No, I was going to ask platforming game. Sorry.
Platforming games.
Like Mario.
What does that mean?
Like Mario games.
Oh, yeah. No, Mario RPG was my all-time favorite. That was like nothing compares to Mario RPG to me. And so when they remade it and remastered it, I cried.
Could you explain a little bit more about Dark Cloud for the PS2? Because I've never heard of it. I'm not going to lie. I never heard of that game.
That's okay. Not a lot of people have. In North America, it was called Dark Cloud 2.
Okay.
But everywhere else, it was called Dark Chronicles, I think, in other countries.
Okay.
This interesting game where it was an ARPG. So you had, different characters, kind of like, Final Fantasy, where one would go and attack, then the other would go and attack. But I loved it that you had to build your own weapons. Like, to make them better, to upgrade them, you had to go and find the things that you needed to, upgrade them. But then it also had like a picture taking aspect to it. It was wild. Like if you caught certain pictures of like throughout your journeys, and because I loved Pokemon Snap when I was really young, this just it was just a combination of so many different things that I enjoyed that I was like, this is just the perfect game.
What is your favorite and least favorite food?
My favorite food, oh my goodness, a good baked potato.
Baked potato, really?
Yeah, like a really good jacket potato. Like, I don't need all the fixings. I'm not saying sour cream, chive, bacon. Just give me a good cooked, crispy skinned, salted baked potato with lots of butter and a good amount of seasoning. Yeah.
Okay, and what don't you like?
Jello.
Jello. Whoa, that came out really.
Oh yeah, no, I will leave a room that has Jello in it.
I guess you could say Jello isn't your fellow.
Yeah, there you go.
What is the best trip or vacation you've taken, and why was it so memorable?
So I took a trip out to Washington, D.C. when I was in middle school. Mm-hmm. My mother pulled me out early, so it was like I missed the last couple of days of school, which was always cool. And we just went out there. It was great. We spent a week out there, and it was funny because it was the first time that I was ever introduced to rainbow, the aspect of gay pride. And my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, the rainbow parade is here," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I love rainbows," because it was raining at the time.
Right.
And I was like, "How in the world? This is, guys, you're really gonna get a hint at how dim I am sometimes." But I was like, how do they know to have a rainbow parade every time it rains? Like, do they have it every time it when and she's like, no.
Oh, boy.
And so it was just kind of like, we didn't even really touch on it after that. It was just like, no, that's not the kind of rainbow parade that we're talking about. And so we had just gotten done visiting some Smithsonian's, and we had gone to a California pizza kitchen, and the entire restaurant was all windows. Mm-hmm. It was absolutely stunning. I am eating my salad, and the next thing I know, I look up and there is Snow White.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh, look, I'm like, this is like Disneyland. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? Like, this is the best. But the closer that she got to me, the more I realized that she had a full-on beard.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that is different. That right there that's different. So, but it was a very unique experience. It was something I look back extremely fondly and laugh every time. I was like, where's the costume contest? Because I want to be in it. Like, where do we go?
Oh my goodness.
And of course, and of course, my mom is like, no. Like, this poor woman has always been like, no.
What is a challenge you have overcome in your personal life, and what did you learn from it?
So from a very, very young age, I was bullied. This girl, for whatever reason, I became her target.
Ooh.
And throughout my elementary school years, she had taken a lot of my best friends away from me. And to this day, I really never understood why. Bullied either for being, a bigger child or coming from a family that had a little bit more privilege than most. But coming out from it, I made a promise to myself that I never wanted anyone to ever feel the way that my bullies and the people that had said or done horrendous things to me made me feel, because no one should ever be made to feel that way. A huge thing. And then it became a huge thing. Like, people threatened my life. It was so interesting experiencing that and coming out as positive as I am, with a positive outlook on life versus some of my friends who unfortunately did not. My quote is, the best revenge is a life well lived.
What are some life goals you want to achieve and why?
Some life goals that I want to achieve. I would love to be a mom.
Oh.
Yeah. That, I think, is one of the main life goals that I have right now, especially at this point in my life.
How many kids?
Oh, I'm fine with one.
Okay.
I'm fine with one.
All right.
The background of my family and those that know, we are ingrained to kind of repopulate the earth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So my aunt, she had 7 children, and then she married into 6 more.
Good.
And oh yeah. Yeah. And I just, I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that many.
Oh.
So, but yeah, so it's just, it became like, I don't know if you remember the movie Yours, Mine, and Ours.
No, I don't think I saw that movie. No.
Oh my gosh. They redid it with like Dennis Quaid, I think, in the 2000s, but I'm talking about like the one from, I think, the 60s. I was like, that's too many flipping kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm fine with 1 or 2. If I have twins, jackpot.
What's one thing you always wanted to learn but haven't had the chance yet?
Sign language.
Sign language?
I would love to learn sign language.
Why?
Yeah. My mother and I worked with a nonprofit organization that specialized in working with children and young adults, older adults with special needs. Okay. And we created this nonprofit organization specialized in helping kids hone their skills in the arts. So singing, dancing, painting, it was just something that was very near and dear to us, because we have family members that are mute and have been mute since they were very, very young. She's one of my favorite cousins, and I always have wanted to communicate with her properly. And she signs, and I know a few with her assistance. She's so sweet in trying to help me. But I've always wanted to learn sign language to better communicate with the kids we helped.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Oh my gosh. I think where it rains a lot, not like torrential rain, not like, in the Amazon, but Washington or Oregon, or kind of up in Canada, just where it just rains. It's a calming thing. Especially I call it napping weather. It just keeps things just nice and, clean.
Is there a skill or talent you have that most people don't know about?
Because I feel like I am a good baker.
But when it comes to baking, you want to give sous chef a run for his money, but what would you bake? Just curious.
My family owned bakeries and delis when I was young. Our specialty was muffins. We would make these huge cinnamon rolls, these massive brownies, and these huge muffins. Like the muffins you get from Costco or Sam's.
Yeah. I've seen those.
Like those massive, just
big.
Both hand holding muffins. That's what we specialized in.
What kind of music or playlist gets you in a great mood?
My genre, my preference, that I can't give you one, because I tell people that I love anything from Mozart to Metallica.
Interesting.
So it really depends on my mood. If I feel stressed, if I need to calm down, I'm listening to death metal. Five Finger Death Punch, I'm listening to Avenged Sevenfold. Of course, Metallica. That calms me down. That centers me.
I guess when you mentioned heavy metal, I was thinking of, I'm not sure if you've seen the anime Agaresco. It's like
yes.
So I'm imagining
100%.
I'm imagining you in a karaoke bar and just letting it rip.
If I had the vocals, oh my gosh, I would be there. I would be there. My little panda self. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just after work, just throwing everything down and just going down to the karaoke bar and just getting all up in that microphone.
How did you get into crypto?
My older brother introduced me to crypto. My dad was a day trader for the stock market when I was young. And so he, that was his thing. Wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning, watching the stock market, making his deals. Cryptocurrency kind of evolved into that. When my older brother discovered it, he was like, this is, the way of the future. Mm-hmm. This is how, international dealings, business dealings are going to be conducted, is through this intangible coin.
When did you first start playing Lost Relics?
I started, and I feel like I've been playing for so much longer. It says on my Discord thing that I joined the Discord in March of 2021, and I feel like it's been longer, but I have to go off of what my Discord thing says, or else people are going to probably get pissed at me. So March 2021.
What is your favorite artifact or artifacts in particular in the game? Even if you don't have it, what would you want?
Arkers. Number one. Number one is Arkers. I always wanted to be part of the cool kids club. And my reality is the Ring of Havoc for a virtual.
Okay.
I love the Ring of Havoc. And I know it's not like the most practical relic, but I do love that I can just stick it down and go to town. I always save it for the boss. And then for collectible, I love the Idol of the Damned. That's one of my favorite relics that is more recent.
What is your thoughts of the tutorial for Lost Relics?
I really liked it. I thought that it was a different take, especially those of us that have been around Lost Relics for a long time. I loved the aspect of it. I liked that it was interactive. It felt like, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but it felt like almost every intro that you would have in the beginning of any kind of video game. Mm-hmm. It's setting the stage for how you conduct yourself, how you play, here. And of course, I think a huge benefit is that it's giving the players, tools, weapons, potions, fish. It's kind of like, before you go, here's your knapsack of snacks before you go out there on your big adventure.
Right.
And I think it's a great way to start.
What is your current goal in Lost Relics right now, Aya?
Get higher than level 52.
What level are you now?
52.
Oh, get higher than 52. Okay.
Yeah, I felt like I have been at 52 I took a long break, and so I'm so tired of staring at that number. Unfortunately, I don't play as much as I used to, and I have recently gotten back into it. I'm kind of ready to be out of that 52.
What advice would you give to new Lost Relic players?
Don't be cocky.
Yes.
Don't be cocky. I think that's one of the biggest things is don't disregard assistance.
What is your favorite and least favorite color?
My favorite color is deep, deep purple.
No. Really?
Yeah, my favorite color is a deep, deep purple. Mm-hmm. Almost black.
Oh,
but it's okay. Yeah.
So like a dark violet kind of color?
No, like aubergine. Like once you start getting into the plums, it's a beautiful color. I am a fan of jewel tones.
Oh, have you seen like how lilac flowers are?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm as you can tell my logo, I love purple as well. So that's ironic.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is your least favorite color?
Neon green.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Ooh.
Yeah. That one kind of snuck in.
Probably how forgiving I can be.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the things I would want to change. I think that being as forgiving as I have been has opened the doors for people to take advantage of my kindness. And it has taken a lot of life experience and the loss of a lot of people in my life to not live in that frame of mind. But I think that being forgiving as I have been, is kind of what opens the door for that.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
I'm a night owl.
Is it because of your work, or you just love the night?
No, I'm very much naturally a night owl.
Do you drink coffee or no?
I do, but caffeine does not affect me the way that it affects. Yeah, I can, and it's a genetic thing. But especially like for medication and things like that, I have to take double the amount for it to affect me. we get closer to poisoning ourselves versus, before the problem's really solved, we're like, we've taken the day's amount plus some, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good, fam. Like, I'll tough this out by myself.
You're the first female gamer girl I've ever interviewed. So my question to you is, how does that feel to be a gamer girl?
Well, there's always the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Sure, let's hit all three.
Yeah, let's hit all three. I think the good, of course, is opening up the atmosphere and the realm of gaming, females. I think that, or those of a feminine nature. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, this was a boys' world, but unfortunately, girls like it too. And sorry, you got to share. And before I really got into online gaming, I was a board gamer, kind of having that introduction into that community and seeing that, like, Dungeons and Dragons, and it was very kind of male dominated. And then I slowly, we started to see females kind of really coming in and being like, you know what, I can do this too, just as good or even better as you. I think having that sprinkling of femininity isn't bad. Now, the bad is some of the comments, and it's kind of like, and not being taken seriously. Number one, not being taken seriously. I think that I'm not a COD player. I'm not a first-person shooter. That is not my game. It's not my jam. But I see videos of girls just absolutely being just berated by the male player base. Oh, yeah. And it's appalling to me. I think that it's something that should not be happening. But, I also feel like that's in-home influence, if that makes sense.
Right.
Kind of like not very much, it's kind of like, how does your daddy treat your mom? The ugly is that. I think that just being treated no better than for sexual gratification, or I totally understand fantasizing. I totally get it. But I think that I will say that I have never been made to feel icky of the Lost Relics community, ever. Or any of the crypto, Web3 communities, except for like maybe one or two people. Luckily, I can hold my own. The ugliness is kind of being made to feel that you are for someone's gratification. I have to give it to Russ. She's an amazing, amazing player. That she and I kind of got together, and I loved seeing her in game. And her being a part of the community is absolutely stellar. Dragon Girl Writer, yes, also an amazing member of the community. We haven't seen her around in a long, long time.
Yes.
And I mean, the iconic Ivana. I mean, I think that Ivana was she was kind of like the head mother of Lost Relics.
How many days do you play Lost Relics, and how do you fit it into your schedule?
Yeah, I think that, like I said, as you progress in life, it gets busier. Like I said, I took a big break earlier this year. I'm slowly making my way back. It's just kind of, it's mostly on weekends that I find the time.
Does like anybody know that you play Lost Relics, or like your family, like what do they think about it, or anybody that, or this is just something that you do on your own?
It's not a deep, dark secret. And luckily that my older brother is who actually got me into Lost Relics.
What? Yo, shout out to him.
Yeah. It was my older brother who came downstairs and he's like, you got to try this. And I'm like, why? Gaming's your guys' thing. I tried to play WoW. But here's the thing is that my little brother controlled the consoles. My older brother controlled the computers, the PCs. Mm-hmm. And I had my books. And I'm like, I'm fine with my books.
That makes sense.
And, so I was just like if I wanted to play a video game, I had to wait for my little brother to either fall asleep. My brother controlled the PC that could handle PC games. That was his job, essentially. He had created a program that farmed gold in WoW, and he broke some rules and then sold the program before he got caught. So,
oh, man.
Yeah, he was like, washed his hands of it. And so my brother's like, here, you can download it. It'll work on your computer. I'm like, oh, well, great, sure. And I was like, well, how do I play this? And he's like, just go in a dungeon and you just fight and you survive. Don't die, because then you'll lose everything.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. So for the first few dungeons, I literally was going through the gray dungeons just on my trackpad. my fingers dragging across the trackpad.
Wow.
And yeah. And he was amazed. He's like, "You survived?" I was like, "Yeah, I didn't die."
Wow.
But when I got to like Epic, I was like,
No.
I was cussing so bad. Like my mother came into the room. She's like, "You have to stop." I'm like, I'm just trying to live. But no, I loved it. You know, my first event was the Easter event with all the bunnies. That was like my first like crypto purchase was my penny presto. I haven't taken her off since. Poor girl's been worn nonstop since 2021. You know, like,
oh my goodness. What is like your favorite pet, or what pet do you have in Lost Relics?
Oh, well, I have a few. When Lambo came out,
Yes.
I purchased Lambo. See, this is the thing that I do miss, is that I miss the limited edition feel, the absolute rush to try to buy the 200 limited edition item that's up for sale in Lost Relics. Once it goes live at like 6 p.m., get in there, buy it, because it's never going to get done again.
Yeah.
Like, I miss that. Like, I don't like that I go into that shop and I see the same flippin' things. And you can tell just by my voice. I'm like, get them out of there. Like, give me the limited edition 200s, 150s, 50s. Bring them back. Make me want to rush your website, dude. But I have to say that one of my favorites is Space Cat.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, because I got him for so cheap. It like frustrated the shit out of Hitman. And he's like, "Let me buy your Space Cat." And I'm like, "Nah,
No.
sorry. I'm sorry."
When Cliff puts out new updates, do you read it all, or do you wait for, you know, one of my videos or non-Fias videos to come out?
So back in the day, because I think you and I have this appreciation and camaraderie, is that I would read the Medium articles,
Of course.
to people. But of course, I have, because of my work schedule and everything, they fall behind. And so I very much look forward to your videos so I can watch them, I can get my recaps, and I can go on my merry way. You know, being able to just kind of pop in and be like, "Oh, Hito is going to do all this work for me. Thank you."
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a public service I do for this whole community. I know. Are you into Halloween? That's a better question. Are you into Halloween? Like actually going to Halloween parties, or just the whole concept of Halloween?
it's my favorite holiday.
Ooh.
Halloween is my favorite holiday.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because my birthday is so close to Christmas, I kind of went the opposite direction. And, you know, my first dog was born on Halloween. You know, it was just kind of, yeah, I've always loved Halloween.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Halloween. Oh, that means you probably love the movie Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love a lot of Tim Burton's films. Nightmare Before Christmas. One of them I especially love. I remember seeing it for the first time at the El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles, and that was amazing. I love that. Yeah.
That's what I was.
Yeah, and I'll find a way if it's something that's, you know, more on the crude side. I'll find a way to answer it, not as a way for you to get demonetized.
Unlike somebody I know happened last week. Oh man! But I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see what I saw last time.
Right. No, yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
But I feel like all the questions they're going to ask me is not like
not appropriate, really, guys.
Yeah, like it's like, I guess I'm not seeing anything come in.
Only because like, I gave that stipulation. I'm sorry.
I know, and you took everyone's fun away.
I'm sorry, but I mean, like you said, we're all kind of around the same ballpark. And we kind of want to keep everything, you know, we're going to be mature about this, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, Russ. So Russ wants to know what I think about Argentina. And I think that is probably a place that I would love to visit. I know that I don't know how humid it is, but I feel like there's some kind of humidity, and I would have to suffer, but I want to go and visit there. I think that it's an absolutely stunning place, and I would love to go. Can you think of an ANG streamer getting a championship belt? I forgot who it was, but I'm sure you know. You know, it's you know, I think that that ANG streamer that got the championship belt, I demolished the competition. I think that it was a massive takedown. I didn't pay for the pay-per-view. I unfortunately had to watch it illegally. through a stolen cable. But, it was glorious just the same. Samuel says that Brazil is greater than Argentina. Those are fighting words, buddy. Yeah. You might not survive.
Yeah. Bro.
Do I play any sports? Ooh, mind games. If that's a sport. No, I'm joking. No, I am not of a sports type person. Like I said, I was a very portly child. And I was like, I did do ballet and things like that. And my role as a ballet dancer when I was, I think, 5 was one of the lost sheep from Mary Had a Little Lamb. And that was my role.
Do you speak another language?
I don't, not fluently. No, I think that broken Spanish, broken French. That's kind of, it's very, I wish that I was fluent is what I'll say. I'm not fluent in any other language, unfortunately, except sarcasm.
Oh yeah, so, that's a professional language, definitely.
Yeah. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Ooh.
Well,
pick wisely.
It's hard because I have a deep appreciation for both because those were the things that my dad loved. And like I had mentioned in a different stream, we called Star Trek Star Trash. But he adored it. He was a massive Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, always those kinds of things. And so we, as kids, grew up kind of just having a love for all things sci-fi. So I couldn't pick, and so probably not wisely.
I like Fluffy Earl. He says Marvel, DC. I double dare you.
Oh, DC.
Nice pick.
I think Marvel's overrated. I think I just see too much of it.
Yeah. Would you still love Spiz if he was a slug? What?
Would I still love Spiz if he was a slug? What? What kind of question is that?
Oh my God.
Hitman. That's absolutely absurd. I guess. I will say that when I was little, my brother thought he was teaching me a cool magic trick when he poured salt on the snails on our sidewalk.
Oh, no.
And then I realized that they were just dying a very agonizing death. And I feel really bad about that to this day. And so, I won't even like eat a snail. Like escargot and stuff like that. I just can't. Because I'm like, Brosted wanted to know what do you think LR could do to be more appealing to a wider audience? Ooh, I honestly don't know. I think that it's the only thing that you could do basically is to step away from being a Web3 game, and not being crypto based. It's just kind of, but then it wouldn't be what it is, because I think that for a lot of people, they're still kind of learning to trust crypto gaming. And, like I said, this invisible currency that you can earn. But I'm thinking, guys, if you're sitting there playing WoW for 12 hours a day and, things like that, I mean, at least you could be earning something versus just kind of playing with, but I don't know. I think that one of the biggest things is to be able to play with your friends.
Of course. To
have that camaraderie, going into a dungeon together and being able to fight the big boys with your friends.
Pretty Bob says, have you guys got the AT&T racquetball bats? I have no idea what that is.
No, I don't have AT&T racquetball bats. My dad was a big player of racquetball back in the day. But no, I don't have those. But Lightstone says if they could bring back any TV or movie and make it more, what's your choice? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know. I have something for me, but this is for you though. So you go.
No, if you have your answer, if you have your answer, really go ahead.
This is really for you. I'll wait for you first. Someone said The Mask. Honestly, no, I would disagree with that. Jim Carrey did the best one in my opinion. That's just me.
Yeah, I think that needs to stay.
I was gonna say if I had to answer that one, because I know it's not for me, but I'll answer so you can think about your answer to that question. Oh my God, what was that movie called? I'm trying to remember. It's like these things. Oh my God, it's like these giant worms that are underground.
Tremors,
yes.
Now hold on. No, pump the brakes so hard, my guy. Tremors is one of my favorite favorite films.
No, really?
What you do not understand.
No, I do
The
understand.
Graboids have grabbed my heart. I love. Now, hold on. Now it has to be discussed that I will not entertain anything past Tremors 4. I just can't. I won't do it. Like once we started going into like Tremors 8, I was like, no.
You killed it at that point.
You like after Tremors 4, I think it was Tremors 4 when they like went Western.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the flip is this? Yeah, no. But like Tremors 1,
the
perfection.
best. Loved it.
Perfection.
I love it to this day. Such a good and funny film. I just love the guy when he's sitting on the radio. He says, God almighty.
No, I think it was just one of the best films. But I think that the one thing that I guess one of the shows maybe I wish was kind of redone is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I don't think that I would. It's not that I would choose any of the actors to be different. I think that I just wish the ending didn't suck as much as it did. That one of my favorite actors is Alan Tudyk. And
our first winner of the night. I'm getting the name down, and it's looking like, is it gonna be Russ? Or is it? Nope. We have a winner. Who is that? Blank? That's
what?
Weird. Blank. Nobody won the. Why is Blank even there?
I don't know.
Hold on.
You might have an entry. You might.
There's no way I have. There we go. Sorry about that. Nobody won the first one. Okay, that was just a test. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, for real this time. Okay. Oh, is it gonna be Lightstone? Are you serious? Lightstone again, man. He's everywhere.
I think the sheer amount of winnings that Lightstone has had in the ANG, oh my gosh, I think he's like number one. Truly.
Rigged. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's our first winner there. So as I'm getting the next winner ready, I'm gonna spin the next wheel. Anybody wants to ask any other questions? Because I could just blitz through these three if you guys want me to blitz through it.
Well, did you enter, Bromigo? Did you do the iRaffle?
You had to do number one. Okay. Well, type it in right now. I'm going to give you like...
Well, I mean, you got like 2 seconds, bud.
Yeah, I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10. 1.
Exclamation point. There you go. Flap. What's the most amount of time you have played LR in one sitting? I think that back in the day when I was really into it, I think I did probably over 24 hours.
Oh, so you did a 24-hour stream. Not a stream,
no,
but
it wasn't. It wasn't a stream. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
yeah. I remember getting kicked out twice with a 10-hour warning.
Wow.
And I was just playing. Yeah. Yep.
And our next winner it's gonna be Fluffy Earl. Looks like it.
Whoa.
Nice. Congrats to
Very
Fluffy
good.
Earl. Very nice.
How many levels did I go up in that time? Oh my gosh. I think 10. Because I think back then I wasn't able to do like legendary dungeons. I think I still had, like a rare or epic build as my highest. So I wasn't out there doing Shoreway and stuff like that. I don't know if it was because either I was of a lower level that I was able to do it more quickly, or because there was a moment where leveling was a little easier. Back in the day,
right,
and I don't remember, but like I don't know if anybody remembers it, but like it was a little easier to level, and I think that's why it was just going, just boom, But like Lord, it's hard for me to even remember.
Yeah, I barely like. What's funny is there's like some screenshots I remember taking and some certain old videos I had. I look back at some of that stuff. I said, "Dang, we came a long ass way from freaking when we first came about a year ago."
Mm-hmm. Yep. I do miss eye level, like low camera angle.
We have that, just not as good as it was before.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you can only go so far, and so it's kind of like I do miss being kind of like on the ground.
Oh, I like that question. Black Menace Mafia, best drop Aya.
Nah.
What do you mean? You got something.
My best drop. What is it? What was that? It was the epic sword, the epic one-hander. I don't even remember what it was.
Scar Carver? That's what Russ said.
Yeah, yes, Scar Carver. Mm-hmm. That was my best drop. Yeah.
Don't worry, I have faith in the RNG gods. They will give you something.
I do not. I know my place in this world, and getting a mythic or anything like that is just not in the cards for me. And so I just kind of play to play.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna spin the wheel right now. So good luck to everybody here, and let's take it for a spin. We get EXPL Mugiwara.
Josh.
That's you are our winner. Congratulations. GG's to you on your 5 engine. And then we have one more winner. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the next wheel spin right now. But then after that, I think I'm going to probably leave the stream open for like another 5 or 10 minutes for anyone else who wants to just hang out or chit chat about whatever, and then we'll wrap up after that. All right.
Perfect. I love it.
All right, everybody. So this is our last wheel spin for tonight. Good luck to everybody, and we shall see what happens. So good luck. Arlindo, is that Arlindo? Oh, it's so close. Oh, I can't say it, but Cyclops Imperium, very good. You just got, It looks so close. It was so close. I do apologize. I do apologize for mispronouncing the name. I do apologize. Oh God, Bromigo. So
no.
So everybody who won, I need you all to, one at a time, message me on Discord, and you know how to find me. I'm the Hidden Hero. You hit me up on Discord. You say your name in, whatever the name on the Discord is. You just say, this is me from the YouTube thingy. Your YouTube stream. I'm sorry. It's just a thing that the Hidden Hero says. She says thingy all the time. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That's besides the point. But definitely, say who you are, that you won the raffle for 5 engine, and then we can talk about sending me your Matrix Chain engine, and I will then send you the 5 engine. Do that now. So just to recap who won, it's Lightstone, Fluffy Earl, VXP Mugiwara, and Cyclops Imperium. So those are our 4 winners. So please hit me up.
I hope you can get in the game soon. That would be nice. See, now they're shy,
No, I think they're just typing. They're just typing.
Oh,
now.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
I have a bad feeling
that we're going to get paragraphs of these questions. Oh my gosh. No, I think that they've.
What is your favorite brand of knitting yarn? What?
What is my favorite brand of knitting yarn? I couldn't tell. I don't know. I don't know the brands of knitting yarn.
Let's see. When stream? That's a good question from Grogan.
When stream?
I mean,
I know.
I don't know. She likes her privacy. I don't know, man.
I mean, I've streamed before. I mean, I used to stream back in the day. I think that I did enjoy it. I think that kind of people there with you is always a good thing, because I don't prefer silence, but then of course sometimes I do. It's kind of just my mood. But yeah, I mean, I always enjoy doing kind of like the streams where people come in and they're like, I read them stories. But during Christmas time, I would go on and read How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And
okay,
and it was like, for whatever reason, it was my most popular stream. And like Sous Chef, he was like, do it again.
Oh my God. See, Penworld said, stay in LA or go to north part of Canada.
LA is trash.
Oh, damn.
LA is... The thing is, see, here's the thing, is that LA, certain parts, just like I think that for people, they could say the same thing, that Las Vegas is trash. But when you go outside of Hollywood and Vine and go to the outskirts of LA, it is better. But I think for a lot of people, what you see on televisions and in movies is Hollywood and Vine. Just like for Las Vegas, all you see is the Strip. So for most of the time, that's all you see is just that most popular area. And you're like, oh my gosh, this place is trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Hollywood and Vine, or just Hollywood Boulevard in general, was removed from the equation, LA is pretty fine. But for me, I think that I've never been to Canada, and I would love to go. I have lots of friends up there, and so I think that that's one of the trips that is going to be planned, soon, is to go up and see some friends up in Canada.
I like bro said, trust Hero. He's a doctor. Dang, I'm
Yeah.
a doctor.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, Miko, how many trees?
How many
have you
trees?
smoked?
I have never smoked. I've never smoked a tree.
Ooh, you don't smoke? Oh, fantastic.
I don't. I've never drank. I've never drank alcohol. I've never smoked weed. I've never done drugs. I've never smoked a cigarette.
Wow, sounds like a Christian girl to me.
I'm just a Mormon girl.
Oh, that too. That okay. I love that.
But
Go ahead.
But no, I mean it's not that like I had an uncle that was a product of it was like a 70s drug child, unfortunately, and he was like my walking dare poster of like just say no to drugs.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yes, sir. Yeah. I have a perfect example of what might happen to me if I, of course, back in the 90s, weed was like no. Of course now we've gotten a little less like strict about it, especially here in Vegas. There's a dispensary on every flipping block. But yeah, it's just not my vibe.
Were you like the kind of a student that would like, when you come home from school, would you just try to do your homework and watch like cartoons, like try to watch like, I don't know, like Arthur or like some other shows?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Like I was the kid that came home, did the homework, always did extra credit. You can say it. I was totally a brown noser. I was a teacher's pet. I was a glorified, like part of my electives in middle school, because I didn't go to regular high school. I homeschooled myself and graduated when I was 16. And so, but in middle school, I once I was able to be a teacher's flippin' aide. Like I was very much a teacher's pet. So I was just, but yeah, I remember when I was in the GATE program, and we were tasked with, doing like Stonehenge or Big Ben or like creating these things out of, just either clay or other, things. I immediately went home, did Stonehenge out of clay the first night, boom, it was done.
Nice.
I bring it. I was so proud of it because I did it. Like it was just me, right? And I brought it to school the next day, and my GATE teacher was like, "I'm not accepting that. It's you literally took a project that I'm giving you 2 weeks to complete, and go back and bring me something else."
I see.
And I was like, "Excuse me?" Like that's the one thing. Like don't ever I did it. Like I did the assignment. What are you talking about? And after school, I was really upset. And my cousin who lived with us at the time, we housed a lot of family throughout my life.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked me up and he was just like, "What's wrong?" And I said, my GATE teachers, they didn't like my Stonehenge. And he's like, "He didn't like your, what do you mean?" And he kind of became like our glorified big brother because he was much older than my older brother and myself. Mm-hmm. And so, and he was just like, well, and he just got so mad. And he's like, "All right, we're going to make something better." And so literally he had come up with the idea to take packing peanuts, and he and I took a hot glue gun and we constructed we couldn't even fit the damn thing through the door, but we constructed Stonehenge out of packing peanuts, and we spray painted it. Like he of course had me do most of the work, because it's my assignment. Mm-hmm. But he was just like, "If she says no to this, you go up to that front office and you call me." And he's like, "I will." I was like, no. Yeah. Unfortunately, like most of my family, it's just kind of like that. We're ready. Like we go from 0 to 85 so fast, so fast. Like we're just we will just go right into threats. I
can imagine.
I will cut you. Yeah. It's
like straight for the jugular. It's like, damn, chill.
Oh yeah. No, it's like, whoa, dude, I just asked her what her number, I
can imagine. I can imagine the man or whoever your future husband's gonna be. They got to go through a lot of security in terms of your family.
I mean, I have to feel like they will. It's going to be interesting. Whoever that person is, it's going to be interesting. So.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Oh my goodness, is there anybody else?
Anybody else with any questions? Because I think it's getting.
I think that's it. Yeah, we went over, dude.
Yeah, we went over by a little bit, which is, I do apologize for that, but it's all good. Okay, everybody. So I just want to just recap. So we had the lovely and amazing and wonderful Iyawonderland here. I want to give a big shout outs to her for stopping by and doing this interview with me. It'll take me a couple of weeks to edit the video, just so you guys know. So that interview won't be up until like maybe about, I'm going to estimate 2 weeks, only because I have to do the weekly loot and give or take if Cliff doesn't just throw out another update out of nowhere. So, you know, that's what this interview will be a while before I can edit it and shorten it down. And I appreciate everyone for stopping by the stream. And one more time, smash the video if you gave it a like. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and you've all been amazing. And I appreciate you guys for keeping it clean. Even myself almost lost control at the end there, but I kept it together.
We're gonna move over to Spizz's stream, and you're gonna be able to ask the questions. So I guess they only have to wait maybe like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. Wait, Spizz is going on live now?
Yeah, he said he was gonna do like an after party stream.
Oh, okay, sure, Spizzo. By all means. I mean, I wish YouTube could do raids and whatever have you. That would be cool. So definitely, so I'll definitely head out. So as you all know, this is the Hidden Hero signing out, and never forget to follow your arrow. Take care.